Alright, meanwhile in the Batcave, let's focus on this problem here. The mass in kilograms of a single atom. We determined a second ago that there are 40.08 grams of calcium in 1 mole of calcium atoms. Remember that 1 mole is equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd atoms of calcium. So if I gave you this many grams, there's a whole mole of those. And then what's a mole? It's that crazy huge number. That's how small calcium atoms are. They're super tiny. Okay? At any rate, we're looking in mass in kilograms of a single atom. Well, let's do it in grams. We've been dealing with grams, and then we'll convert from grams to kilograms. So it's a two-part problem. First thing when we start with these things, we always start out with what we're trying to find, X grams of calcium. And they're giving us, what if we have 1 calcium atom, and we're trying to find the the mass of 1 calcium atom, okay? Well, make sure the units on the, set up your ratio, and make sure the units on the top equal the units on the bottom, the units on the top on this side equal the units on that way, so calcium atoms over calcium atoms. And on the bottom, it's grams of calcium over grams of calcium, okay? And let's see, we know that 40.08 grams of calcium is 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd calcium atoms, because that's a mole. It's grams of calcium per mole of calcium, grams per mole. We're just replacing mole with atoms because we want to get that. So we'll cross multiply and divide this times this divided by this, and this is also known as a conversion factor. See how the units cancel the top and the bottom? Chemists like to just start right here, but if that doesn't make sense, start with a ratio and then you'll get there. So 1 calcium atom times 40.08 grams of calcium, cross multiply and divide by 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. Put that in your calculator. You get 6.66 times 10 to the negative 23 grams of calcium. Make sure you use second function e to use the instead of times 10 to the 23rd, because sometimes it gets weird. If you are going to enter that exactly as it is in the calculator, use parentheses. Okay. So this is how many grams of calcium, but we're looking for kilograms. Always make sure you know what the question's asking. So the conversion factor, we know that 1,000 grams are in 1 kilogram. Make sure you get this number right. Okay? Think of kilo like kilometer. It's 1,000 meters in 1 meter. So just think of it like that. So this number has to be smaller. So it's this number divided by 1,000 pretty much. Look at the conversion factor. It crosses out. We end up with kilograms. And it's 6.66 times 10 to the negative 26. You had an error there earlier in kilograms. Don't forget the units.